MAGA ally-turned-critic Marjorie Taylor Greene has hit out at Donald Trump once again. Greene has taken to social media with a blunt warning and a damning chart on the spike in personal healthcare spending across America. A crisis, she says, Republicans have failed to stop. Greene posted, "I've warned for months now of the financial crisis for Americans regarding healthcare, and here it is in one chart. Republican failure to fix this is going to cost them big time in midterms. Republicans can't blame Democrats when they do nothing to fix it, and the American people suffer from the failures of both sides of the aisle. It's gross. That's not an opposition attack. That's a Republican indictment from within." At the heart of this political explosion are healthcare costs, specifically the looming expiration of Enhanced Affordable Care Act premium tax credits. If Congress allows those subsidies to lapse at the end of the year, millions of Americans could see their insurance bills skyrocket. According to an analysis by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, a 60-year-old Georgia couple earning $85,000 a year would see their monthly premium more than triple. Across the country, families are already receiving notices. Premiums could jump sharply in 2026 unless Congress acts. This isn't theoretical. This is already hitting mailboxes. Greene says Republicans are looking the wrong way. She's accused her own party of prioritizing foreign countries, foreign wars, and foreign spending over Americans struggling to afford basic health care, and she's been saying this for weeks. Last month, Greene had told Fox News that Republicans needed to fix the health insurance crisis. Greene said the Democrats created the crisis when they passed Obamacare, and then in 2021 when they passed the Affordable Care Act tax credits. Greene said the Republicans had not come up with a solution to fix it, and Americans were heading into debt. Greene's outburst comes days after Trump called his former ally Marjorie Taylor Greene at a rally in North Carolina.
And then you have Marjorie Taylor Greene, I call her, because Greene turns to brown under stress. So I call her Taylor Greene, which I don't like doing because 2 words is too much. 2 out of 3. We're changing to Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm going Marjorie Taylor Greene, so I have to change. And a lot of people don't understand. 2 words is too much to change. I actually like Marjorie Taylor Greene better, but everyone says it's Marjorie Taylor Greene is good, but they're all good. But what the hell happened to her? She must have been a stone-cold liberal. She's on CNN now all the time. Can you believe it?
Greene's transformation from Trump loyalist to one of his harshest critics culminated in her surprise announcement that she would end her congressional career in January 2026. Her resignation announcement came after a public falling out with Trump in recent months, as the Congresswoman criticized him for his stance on files related to Jeffrey Epstein, along with foreign policy.
A political storm explodes in Washington. First, truth bomb of the Epstein files. Then, chaos, glitches, and redactions. Now, a public rupture inside MAGA. Marjorie Taylor Greene turns her fire directly on Donald Trump. Trump called her Marjorie Taylor Greene, but MTG is in no mood to back down. Turning up more heat on Trump over Epstein files, MTG said she's proud to stay on the discharge petition, proud to part ways with Trump. Republican Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, once Donald Trump's ally, has now launched one of her fiercest attacks on the U.S. president. In an explosive post on X, MTG blasted Trump and the Justice Department after reports suggested redactions in Epstein files. Greene said the entire purpose of releasing the files was not to protect the rich, the powerful, or politically exposed elites. This was after social media users complained of missing files, website crashes, and heavy redactions. In her post, Greene wrote that MAGA was never about shielding elites. She asked bluntly, "What happened to 'I am your retribution'?" Greene said the bill she voted for prohibits grounds for withholding, and no record shall be withheld, delayed, or redacted based on embarrassment, reputational harm, or political sensitivity, including to any government official, public figure, or foreign dignitary. In another striking post, MTG drew a deeply personal connection. MTG said she graduated from the University of Georgia in 1996. The same year, Maria Farmer first filed a complaint with the FBI, accusing Jeffrey Epstein of abuse. Greene said the complaint was never answered. No follow-up, no accountability. Commenting on Trump calling her Traitor Brown, MTG said she couldn't be more proud that she stayed on the discharge petition, as Trump wants her to remove his name. At a rally in North Carolina, Trump publicly mocked Greene, branding her Traitor Brown. But Greene fired back again. She said she couldn't be more proud that she refused to withdraw from the discharge petition, despite Trump pressuring her to remove his name.
And then you have Marjorie, Traitor Brown, I call her, because Greene turns to brown under stress. So I call her Traitor Brown, which I don't like doing because 2 words is too much, 2 out of 3. We're changing to Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm going Marjorie Traitor Brown, so I have to trade. And a lot of people don't understand 2 words is too much to change. I actually like Marjorie Taylor Brown better, but everyone says Marjorie Traitor Greene is good, but they're all good. But what the hell happened to her? She must have been a stone cold liberal. She's on CNN now all the time. Can you believe it? And it was only because I couldn't call her back. You know, I have 218, 19, it changes. But we have 200 and some odd congressmen and women. I have 53 senators. I have 212 countries. I've got a family. It's nice to talk to my family, too. You can't call a president every single day, and then when the president doesn't call you back, she goes around saying, "He doesn't call me back. He doesn't." I said, "Marjorie, I can't call you back. I got 2. I think, Marjorie, I just can't call you back. I'm sorry." And I wouldn't call her back. And she goes onto a rant. "He won't call me back anymore." Sorry about that. You know, you can only go so far. Yeah, once a month, once every week or 2 weeks, but you can't, you know, highly neurotic. Her, not me, but I'm neurotic too. I think I'm probably very neurotic too. I always say controlled neuroses is good. Being neurotic, no good, but if it's controlled, that's okay. It gives you some energy. But what the hell happened to Marjorie Traitor Greene? It's unbelievable, but she dropped out because I wasn't going to endorse her, and the person I would have endorsed was going to kill her in the polls. So she dropped out. And then they talk about how brave she is. No, brave would be to stay. And, you know, it's one of those things. But she dropped out. I can't believe it that people can change so much. But you can't go from being a strong conservative to a stone-cold liberal unless you were lying. You know, you can't do that. I mean, you can stop liking somebody, or you can say, I don't know, she's fake.
Greene's transformation from Trump loyalist to one of his harshest critics culminated in her surprise announcement that she would end her congressional career in January 2026. Greene's resignation followed a public falling out with Trump in recent months. Her departure follows months of escalating clashes with Trump over the Epstein files, over foreign policy, and over health care.
I proudly rise today in a bipartisan effort to release the Epstein files, finally, after 5 administrations have covered it up. Earlier today, I attended the press conference where the survivors, they're not victims, the survivors of Jeffrey Epstein's sexual abuse and sex trafficking told their stories. And they told stories about how it started back in 1991, 1996, and they continued on through the decades. And they told stories about how they told someone and tried to get help. They told the FBI, and they weren't listened to. And they told law enforcement, and no one did anything. And these women don't just number a few. These women number around 1,000 women. And they are victims of something that's unthinkable. And this should have never, ever happened. This was the biggest fight I think I've seen in Washington, D.C. This is my 5th year here. And this was a fight that we should have never had to wage. It should have been the easiest thing for every single member of Congress. It should have been the easiest thing for the Speaker of the House. It should have been the easiest thing for the President of the United States to release all the information, every single file, on behalf of these American women. These American women aren't rich, powerful elites. They do not have someone paying for their airline tickets or paying for their trips or paying for their expenses every time they try to do something to get this information out. These are your average Americans. And you want to know what the Epstein files represent? The cover-up represents to average Americans. It represents the failures of the federal government and Congress to the American people. And that is what people rose up about in 2024. They wanted and demanded transparency from their government and for Americans finally to be put first. And today, with this vote, we are finally putting these victims and these survivors of Jeffrey Epstein and the cabal of rich, powerful elites that expands not just here in the United States of America, but to other countries as well. We're putting them last. And that is exactly what Americans want. You see, for far too long, Americans have been put last. And they're sick of it. They're sick and tired of it. And this is why they don't trust Congress. This is why they don't trust the government. And here's the problem. All of these women who have suffered in shame for years and years and years, women who were terrified, women who were intimidated, women who were threatened, just like Virginia Giuffre. And now she's dead. And these women should have never faced that, for this information to come out. And we, especially the 4 Republican members of the House of Representatives, we should have never faced intimidation and threats for us to get this vote to come to the floor. Never forget, there were 4. Thomas Massie, myself, Nancy Mace, and Lauren Boebert. We had to sign a discharge petition, and we had to fight through intimidation, and we had to endure it for months to push that discharge petition finally to 218 to get this vote to come out. This is what the American people are sick of, and rightfully so. Now, where does this go from here? The question will remain, will the Department of Justice release all the information? Will a judge in New York release the information? Will the CIA release the information? And will foreign governments release their information? Or will this continue after this vote today be a cover-up of the rich, powerful elites that bond together in sex and human trafficking abuse and all types of global business that enriches them but never serves Americans? The American people will know, and the victims, actually the survivors of Jeffrey Epstein, will know, because they know the list of names. And I remain dedicated to my promise to read those names here on the House floor if those women ever find them in a place that it needs to be done. I yield back.